Welcome to my North Corner. My name is Anne and I come to you from the south of Norway. Here I live with my husband and our 3 boys. This is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about knitting. Yeah. Welcome if you are new and welcome back if you have been here before. I appreciate all of you and I hope you have some time to spend with me while I talk about what I've been knitting on and finished with since the last episode. You will find timestamps below, so if there's something you want to skip, feel free to do so. And I also will have information about everything I talk about in the description box below. I wanted to film an episode last week, but as you can hear, I have been sick and I am still sick. Just a bad cold and yeah, I lost my voice last week. It's back now, but it's a bit rusty, so I hope you can bear with and I hope I won't lose my voice. But I really wanted to film today because I have a little bit to show you and I don't want the episode to be too long, so we will try. Some coffee and we will start. My first finished object is also what I am wearing, and I think I casted this on after the last episode, so I don't think you have seen it on the needles, but it's the Sorrel by Wool and Pine. I've knitted this in my advent calendar from last year from Through the Wardrobe Yarn. The advent calendar was called In December We Wear Pink, and it's a beautiful pink fade. I only used from day 1 to day 13 of the minis, which is stock yarn. So I still have almost half the advent calendar left. But I knitted it together with the Drops Kid Silk in the color powder pink. The number is 4040. I knitted the size 3 on needles 3.5 and 4 millimeters. Yeah, it weighs 260 grams, and I am a little bit unsure if I'm happy with it. The fit is not perfect. I could have skipped a section of the dip stitches, and it says very clearly in the pattern that you should try after every section. I tried on, and I did, but I didn't do it after the first section when I should have tried it on. I didn't, so I was already ready to split for sleeves when I tried it on, and I thought it looked okay, but obviously it didn't, because if you see, it's a lot of fabric under my arms. I wish that it had been a little bit more, less fabric. Yeah, so when I first tried it on, I wasn't really happy with it, but today when I took it on, I have it over a dress. I think it looks okay. When I sit, you can see that it's a little bit, it's a lot of fabric up here, so that's annoying, but at the same time, maybe I shouldn't care too much about it. Often I just do like this and it's okay. It doesn't bother me too much with the what's the word? I can't find a word, but it doesn't bother me too much. Yes, but it's a lovely pattern from Wool and Pine. it's a lot of fun to knit. I really enjoy knitting this dip stitch, yeah, it's really fun. It's a suggestion to how you can fade in the pattern, but because I only had 20 gram minis, I couldn't use the faded suggested, because then I wouldn't have enough yarn. It's more if you use 4 or 5 skeins, I think you can use that suggestion, but I took just part of it and tried to fade as good as I can, or could. Yeah, so I think I did okay with the fading. I can stand up and try to show you. And this pattern is knitted with, or the wrong side is out, so it's pearl stitches on the outside, and the stockinette is on the inside, which is really cool. I really like that, but I thought it was a little bit weird, because on the sides of the dip stitches you are knitting, without saying too much about the pattern, because it's a paid for pattern, you are knitting twisted pearls, if that's the right way to say it, and I'm a bit unsure if I like that. If you see, I don't know if you saw that, but it looks like it's a bit loose on the sides with that twisted pearl. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe I'm not tightening it enough when I'm knitting. I have a summer sorrel, which I love, and there is no twisted pearl on the sides of the dip stitch on that one, as I can recall. So if I'm making this again, I might just do a regular pearl to, yeah, maybe. We'll see if I knit it again, which is possible, because I really love it, and I wish I had a sorrel that really was more, that I was more happy with and fitted me better. Yeah, did I say it's size 3? Maybe I did. It weighs 260 grams. And I'm really happy with the combination between the advent calendar and mohair. I think it went really well together. And yeah, I think I will get some use out of it, even though I'm not 100% happy with it, but I think it's okay over a dress, and I can just tug up my arms. That's probably not the right word, but yeah, and be happy with how it is. It can't all be perfect. So now I know I have to remove a section of the dip stitches for the next one, if I'm doing it again. But that's my first finished object today. And I just need some coffee because it tickles in my throat. The next finished project I have is a Mr. Casual Sleepover. You have seen me, if you've been here before, you know that I have knitted one before for my 14-year-old son. Then I did a mashup between 2 slipovers, a Honey Slipover and a Mr. Casual Slipover. It's a pattern from Sun Is Gone. It's from this booklet called Sunday. The number is 2008. A lot of great patterns in this one. And I knitted the size small because I had some balls of yarn left over from this last slipover I knitted, and I thought if I buy 2 more I can knit another one. And then I knitted just a regular Mr. Casual slipover, no mashup with anything, and just knitted the size small, and I think my son can use it when he grows, or my oldest son who is 17, he can or he's almost 17, he's not 17 yet, but he can use it, or maybe my husband even, because I don't think I hit gauge, so it's a little bit big. Sorry. The yarn, I can show it to you maybe. The yarn is Viking Trend Merino Petite. The color is brown, number 316, and it weighs 258 grams. It's not so much to say about it, but it's just a simple slipover. Yeah, just a 2x2 rib on the edges, and a really nice simple slipover. So I've talked about the slipovers before, so I will just cut it there with this one. The next one I have finished is the Poseidon by Charlotte Kaae. It's a free pattern from Filcolana, and if you've been here before, you know that that's a sweater I have knitted all out of scraps. It's scraps from blown yarn like Sandnes Kos, Drops Air, Viking, Alpaca Breeze, those sorts of yarn. I knitted the size 1 on needle 3.5 and 4 millimeters, and now I'm messing with my notes. It's not 3.5 and 4, it's 4 and 5 millimeters. Size 1. So here it is. So I haven't really cared too much about how I striped it. I just did as I want, just took a color and didn't think too much about it. As you can see, the arms and the body doesn't match, because I didn't have, since I used scraps, I didn't have too much yarn to do that with, so I didn't have the possibility to match the stripes on the arms. But I don't think that matters, because it's pretty cohesive anyway. Yeah, so it's a little bit tight. It's no positive ease at all. I should maybe have knitted size 2 but then I wouldn't have enough yarn, so that's okay. And I shouldn't have had the ribbing a couple of centimeters longer, but I didn't have more yarn, so that's how it is when you use scraps. But I don't really care, because I'm so happy that I got the sweater out of all my scraps. So I will just check it off as a win, and I will see if I use it or if I gift it, or yeah, because I was thinking that I could use this as a sweater just at home, because I thought maybe it wouldn't look too nice with all those different colors together, but actually I think it's pretty cool. So maybe someone could like it, even though it's a scrappy project. I at least think it's cool. So we'll see. But right now it's too hot to wear this inside anyway, so I think I'll see I'll have it in my closet, and if I start wearing it in the fall, then I'll keep it, and if I don't, I will gift it or something like that. But it is 226 grams of scraps out of my stash, which I'm really happy about. It was really a really fun project, and it's a really great pattern, which is free on Filcolana, if I didn't say that. So I'm happy. So my last FO for this episode is a kid sweater. It's the Petite Soufflé by Penrose Knits. Here it is. It's so cute. I've knitted this in Drops Charisma in the color, let me see in my notes, light old pink. The color number is 40. I knitted size 3 to 4 years, but since I didn't do a gauge swatch and I measured it now after it's washed and blocked, it's more like 4 to 6 years, I think. So, and that's okay. The little girl who's getting this is 3 years old, and I think she can just grow into it. It's not a big deal that it's not fitting right now, and now it's not the time to use thick sweaters anyway, so that's okay. Maybe she will fit it in winter, or if she doesn't, she will fit it next winter again. So I think that's okay. Yeah. And the Petite Soufflé is such a great pattern. Laura in Penrose Knits, she writes so clearly, and I really enjoy how she writes her patterns. Yeah, and it's so adorable. I really love the ruffle around here. It takes a lot of time to make, but it's really worth it, and it turns out so cute. It weighs 244 grams, so for with this only weighing 226 grams, being an adult sweater, it's pretty heavy. But yeah, that's how it is. When I was knitting with the Drops Charisma, I felt that it was a little bit stiff, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it was a bit heavy on the hands. A rustic, but that's not right either. But I didn't feel like it was soft and nice like I would like for a kid's garment. But when I washed it, it really softened up, and I think it's really nice and soft now. So I'm really happy about that, and hopefully she won't think that it's itching. I don't think it's itchy, but we are different, so a yarn that's not itchy for me can be itchy for someone else. But I'm hopeful that she will get some use out of it. And in the winter you can have a long sleeved wool sweater under, or a cotton sweater or something, so it won't itch. So I hope, yeah, I will hope that it can get some use. At least I had fun knitting it, so that's good. And that's my last FO. I really hope that you can bear with my voice, and I'm so stuffy, but I hope you can tolerate it. Now over to whips. My first whip is, of course, as it always is, a Christmas hat. It's the Kalenderlua 2018, or calendar hat. Hat, a lue is hat in Norwegian. Now you know. So the calendar hat handmade by Mona. Yes, I've knitted this before. And since the calendar hats usually is a little bit big when I knit them, last time I was going to be so smart that I removed a section of the chart. No, that's not the right way to say it. I took away one repeat of the chart to make it a little bit smaller so it could fit my head. But then it turned out too small, so it's more like a kid's hat. So I decided that I want to knit it again and just follow the pattern, and don't remove any repeats. Knit on the recommended needles, which is 3 and 3.5 millimeters. And I used the same colors because I think they were so nice. I'll try to show you, but it's not so easy on the small needles. Oh, let me take away those. So I'm not so far. I just knit a little bit every day, just a few rows every day to not get bored of the Christmas hat box project because I could have easily get bored with those, but since I'm only knitting a few rows each day, I get a few hats. I'm knitting in Rauma Finull, one of my favorite yarns, 100% Norwegian wool, in the color 406 blue, 473 light heather, and I will also use 401, which is a white. I have more, but this is it. Yeah, so this will be great. And my next project I really love, it's the Kaae by the Bluebird Box, or Anna Daku. I was just so moved because she sent me some very beautiful words. So thank you, Anna, for that. Really heartwarming. And she sent me the pattern of the Kaae. So thank you so much for that beautiful gift. And I, from the first time that I saw the Kaae on her podcast, I really wanted to make it because it's really cool, and it uses scraps, which I think is so great. It uses fingering held double, and I have a lot of fingering scraps. As you can see, I have a box with lots of, this is not a scrap because this is actually new, but most of them are scraps from socks, or after garments, and stuff like that. And this was full of scraps, but now I have started to use them in the Kaae, which is so much fun. And I am knitting size 2 on needles 3.5 and 4 millimeters. I use that a lot, apparently. It's a beautiful garter stitch. Yeah, here is how it is so far. On the arms, it's a stockinette, so I just started on them. And as you can see, there are a lot of different colors in this one. And I think it's so much fun. It's such a great pattern, really clear, and it's so great that she has a appendix with how she I just have to find my words where she explains how you can manage your colors, because when you have scraps you often have colors in many different shades and different colors, and she tells you how you can put them together if you want to, like, cohesive, is that the right word? Cohesive color change, or yeah, hope you understand what I mean. I can put up I made 3 different groups with the colors and with the light and a little bit darker and dark colors, and I took black and white pictures of them to see if they then you can see very clearly if they will go together, and I think that was a very great way to do it. And I can put up my 3 pictures here in color. And I've added some more colors to get enough, but this is most of them. Sorry, just a bit of coffee. Yeah, so it's a dropped shoulder. It's a lot of, I think it looks so good, and I'm so excited to have this done and to use so many scraps. It feels so good, and I already want another one. And yeah, can't wait to get more scraps so I can make another one. It's brioche, I think, on the bottom band and on the edges of the arm. I don't think I've knitted brioche before, not as I can recall anyway, but I think that it's one color brioche, and I'm excited to try. I will have this is a whole new skein for that, because that's a lot, so I want to be sure that I have enough. So I think that will be very nice. Yeah, I really love this. I highly recommend this pattern. It's a lot of fun. If you have a lot of fingering scraps, go for it. Yeah, really enjoying this project. The next one I have on my needles is also a pattern from Anna in the Bluebird box, and it's a summer top. This one I bought myself, just to be clear. It's the Sora top, and I'm so ready for summer. So I'm all about the summer knitting now. I really want to cast on all the summer garments, but I can't cast on anything more right now, so I just have to finish something so I can get started with all the summer knitting. But I have started with this, and it's the Sora top. Here it is. So far, this is the back. I will now start the front. And I'm knitting this in this beautiful yarn from Mrs. Fox Yarn. It's a Norwegian hand dyer. And it's such a soft and lovely yarn. It's 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. It's 600 meters on 100 grams. So it's really thin. And I think that's what the pattern calls for. I think maybe Anna used some Holst garn, which was 350 meters on 50 grams or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm actually knitting with 2 strands of yarn, because I had trouble with gauge, as I always do. I just sorry. I tried to knit gauge swatch with only one strand, but it got really holy and you could see through it, and I didn't get gauge, and I tried to go down a needle size and it didn't really help. So then I decided to try 2 strands to get it more not so holy. And I really liked that fabric more. I still couldn't get gauge. I don't know what's the trouble with me, but yeah, story of my life. I started knitting the size 2 on what needles did I use for that? Let me see in my notes. I started knitting the size 2 on 3mm needles. But I immediately saw that it was going to be too big, so I ripped it out, and I started on the size 1, and I think that will be okay. It's not supposed to be, you know, some ease in this, so I think maybe I will get some. I'm not sure, but sorry. Yeah, but we'll see. I really love to knit on this. I think this whole pattern is really nice, and yeah, it's a really nice and sweet summer top, and this is so soft, like a cloud. It's I-cord on the edges, which I think is so lovely, and on the arm edges too. So I'm really looking forward to finishing this. And now I'm going to start in the front, so it's not so much left. So yeah, excited for this. I hope it will be fitting me and be as perfect as I think it will be. It's also a split in the sides. Yeah, really nice. So I'm enjoying this and looking forward for the finished project. I have one more thing on the needles which I'm really excited about because it's just so lovely. I was so lucky that I won a beautiful yarn in a knit-along for Shifty from a Norwegian podcast that had a knit-along. And it's this beautiful yarn. It's a mohair yarn, 700 meters on 100 grams. So really thin, but so lovely and soft. And such beautiful color. It's from Verbit, which is a Norwegian hand dyer. This is called the Beach Baby, the colorway. And I've been thinking, what can I knit with this? I want it to be a garment. I don't want to use it for anything, and not a shawl or something like that. I want to use it for a garment that I can wear. And then I was thinking about the ranunculus, because I love the ranunculus. It's such a great pattern by Midori Hirose. And I got myself some Drops Kid Silk in the color Vanilla, which is number 29. So these two together is a perfect match. And I am knitting size 1 on 6mm needles, so it goes by really fast, which is a lot of fun. And here it is so far. Let me just get the needles out. I hope you can see, even though it's all bunched up, but I think this is going to be so lovely. It's so soft, and I think it's such cool colors, and over a dress or something, this is going to be so great. It's going to be short sleeved because I don't have a lot of yarn, but I think it will be more than enough. I have a scale beside me so I can weigh the yarn at all times because I'm afraid that I will not have enough, but I don't think I have to worry. I have a lot left and I have knitted a lot already. The yarns is going to be short, so I don't want to use too much yarn on that, but I don't even want the body to be long. I want it to be cropped so I can have it over a dress or something. So I think I have enough, more than enough yarn for that. I still have over half of the skein left, so it goes a long way. So I'm excited to knit on this. Yeah, so that's all my whips. I try to not cast on too many projects. I have 4 and that's actually more than enough. But I'm really excited about summer tops and all that. So yeah, it's not easy to contain myself. Of course, I have a lot of plans, always have a lot of knitting plans. And I think it's all about the summer knitting now. I'm so ready to cast on all the summer garments. I have done a few acquisitions. I had a gift card that I had to use before it went out on a date. So, of course, I had to use it. And I got Frops Kid Silk for my ranuncles. And I also got more Dale Tynn Kid Silk Erle, which I used in this one, because I have almost half the advent calendar left. So now I've used a little bit or half the fade, and now it's going to get a darker pink fade for the next half of the calendar. And I want to knit another sweater because I have enough yarn. I still have leftovers from this one, so I'm sure that I can get another sweater out of my calendar, which is a lot of fun. So I bought more of this powder pink because I think it's a great match for the advent calendar or the colors. I was planning to knitting the ranuncles, but now I'm knitting a ranunculus in that other mohair, so I'm not sure if I want a ranunculus or if I want to knit another sorrel that is more fitting, or I can drop one section and be more happy with how it is. So I'm not sure which one I should choose. What do you think? One more sorrel or another ranunculus? If you have an opinion, please share it with me, because I honestly don't know what I want. Yeah, I don't know. So help is appreciated. And then I've seen in my feed on Instagram a summer top that is coming up every time I open Instagram, I feel. And that is the Moonset Tee by Osetta. That is so lovely. I think it's, I love how the neck is, and it looks like a really simple, easy garment to use. At the same time very classy, and yeah, so I want to knit that. So I got some yarn for that. I got the Viking Garn Bambino. The color is 432. I can't remember the name of the color, but it's a light green, soft light green. It's darker than it was on the website, of course, because the pictures always lie or often lie. But that's okay. I think it will be very nice anyway. This is 50% bamboo and 50% cotton, and even though I think, because I knitted the slow down sweater from Kaae Makes in Viking bamboo, which is a thicker, it's the same yarn, same combination, but a bit thicker. I think it's really tough to knit with because it's very splitty, so that's annoying, but it's such a comfortable, it turns out to be such a comfortable fabric, so that's why I chose this yarn. And this is thinner, so maybe it won't be, this is just one thread there, I think, so I'll no it's not. But it doesn't look like it's going to split as much as the thicker one, so I'm hopeful. But excited to knit the Moonset Tee at some point. Hopefully the next one I cast on. I think so. I really want that one. So that's my plans so far, but I have a lot more. And I wish I had 100 arms so I can knit on a lot of projects at the same time. Yeah. Anyway, that's my plans. In the first episode of each month, I do a summary of how my annual plans have been going in the previous month. I have I don't know if that's the correct way to say, but an annual plan, a plan for the year with the knitting, because I have so much yarn for projects that have been there for years that I haven't gotten around to knitting. And now I have written it all down in this book. I made an episode about it, so if you've been here before, maybe you've seen it. I have a lot of projects ready to go, and I'm trying to knit those and not get distracted by all the other beautiful things out there that's coming all the time. But I'm doing an okay job, maybe, but there is, of course, new projects coming in that I just have to knit. But at least I have a plan, and I know what I'm going to knit and what yarn to use and everything, so everything is ready to go. So that's helpful. Yes, so March. I know we're almost in May now, but this is the summary for March. So I hope that's okay. So my plans, the annual plans that I managed to knit in March was, of course, for my Christmas box. I just have a plan to make a Christmas box with a lot of hats, Christmas themed hats. So that's a project for the whole year. So I knitted the calendar hat 2018, the one that got too little for me. So I knitted that, and I knitted a Safe Place hat by Anadaku, which is also for that. And I only used scraps for the Safe Place hat, so that's thumbs up. I knitted the Slow Down sweater from Kaae Makes, the pink one, which is also was a plan. And the Feldspar tee from Hannah in Herb Garden Knitwear was also a plan, which I knitted in Sannes Line, that I had bought last year. So those were on my plan that I got crossed off my list. And then I have some some projects that wasn't planned, but I used scraps or things from my stash. It was a headband with a twist, and it was the time to decompress socks from work knits from Lauren. I just had to knit them, so I used something from my stash, so also great. And of course I knitted something that was not on my plan, 2 sweaters. It was the daily pullover and it was the Kaae sweater. So yeah, but that's okay because the yarn was new, but I knitted it right away, so that's great. As long as if I buy yarn for projects, it's a goal to just knit them right away, because if not, it will just keep going with the hoarding of yarn, which I love, so that's okay. But to sum it all up, I knitted in March 3 sweaters, 1 headband, 2 hats, 1 pair of socks, and 1 summer tee. All in all, that's 1,451 grams of yarn knitted. So I think that's pretty good. For April, it doesn't look too good, because I don't think I have knitted a single one from my plan so far, only new stuff. That I'm knitting from scraps, a lot of scraps, so that's great. Okay, I think it's time to round up this episode. I am so stuffy now, so I don't think you want to listen to me anymore, but thank you so much if you watch all the way here. We have a confirmation in 3 weeks. Our middle son, he's 14. He's getting not confirmed. No, he's having a confirmation. Yeah. So we're going to have a party for him and celebrating. So that's what's being planned, and there's quite a lot to think about and do before we can have this party. So I have to start thinking about it. So I will see when I get out my next episode, because yeah, as I said, there's a lot of things happening. And after the confirmation, it's the Constitution Day here in Norway, and a lot of holidays coming up. And that's always nice. But I'll get a lot of knitting done, and I will check in with you when I can and show you my progress. But until then, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope it hasn't been too bad with my stuffy voice, rusty voice. Yeah, but I just want to say thank you so much, and thank you for your beautiful comments, and if you're not already subscribing, I hope you will consider doing so. That helps out my channel a lot. Yeah, take care and enjoy your crafts, and I hope I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.